Hello mga kabibig, welcome back sa ating bagong YouTube channel. Ito ang pinakamaingay na YouTuber sa balat na YouTube. Ako si Kabibig, maglabag-labag na siya with evidence. Ako po, in-interview si Senator Marcoleta sa isang Russian media na kung saan doon niya ibinulgar lahat ng kanyang nalalaman. Nako po, sabi ng ilang netizen, naku, nakaabot na yan, nakarating na yan kay President Vladimir Putin. Alam na ni President Vladimir Putin ang nangyari sa Pilipinas, which is worldwide itong nangyaring rally, surprise rally ng INC. Pinag-uusapan ng buong mundo kung ano ang nangyari sa Pilipinas. So, nakakahiya, no? Noong panahon ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, napakaganda ang pangalan ng Pilipinas. Oh, ay yung ibang mga Prime Minister, Presidente, believe na believe kay Tatay Digong at talagang peaceful ang Pilipinas. Ngayon kay BBM parang ang gulo. Tapos si BBM pupunta pa ka ng Canada. Hindi man lang niya kausapin ang ang INC na para maging magandang ekonomiya, ano bang gusto niyo? Pero sabi ni BBM, hindi ako makipag-usap sa INC. Kasi alam ko naman kung ano ang kanang hihilingin. Hindi ipadakip si Marcoleta. So it means gusto talaga ni BBM na ipadakip si Marcoleta. So posibleng si BBM ang mastermind sa likod ng pagdakip kay Marcoleta. Let's go back sa isang interview ha. In-interview talaga ng Russian media, and take note, posibleng sumabog sa galit si Vladimir Putin. Kasi inimbita pa yan ng BBM na punta ka sa November sa Pilipinas ha. Ala ka, pupunta kaya itong si Putin sa Pilipinas knowing na ganito ka-unstable ang panggobyerno sa Pilipinas. Every now and then may rally na. At alam niyo ba kabibig, ang Iglesia ni Cristo, they are expecting na magkaroon ng 100,000 rallyesta ngayong araw na to. So paano yan? Nako, nagsimula na ang INC, baka susunod meron na namang magrarally, surprise rally. Nakauna na ang INC magkaroon ng surprise rally, di ba? So baka may susunod pang gagawa ng surprise rally, mga kabibig. Nagsimula na, kabibig. So panoorin natin, pakinggan natin itong mga revelasyon na pinasabog ni Senator Marcoleta, hindi lang sa Pilipinas kundi sa Russia at sa buong mundo. Itong mga ginagawa nilang kabalakstugan, panggigipit sa mga politiko, lalo na sa minority na mga senador, naku po. Pati sa impeachment ni BP Sara, pinag-uusapan na sa buong mundo, ganun kalala ang Pilipinas. Pero si BBM walang pakialam. Punta sila ng Canada, bibisita doon. Wow, grabe. Unbelievable president. O, ito kabibig ha, makinig tayo sa interview. Let's watch this video. Ito na kabibig Okay? Ito na.
Roads have been blocked off in the Philippine capital as thousands of protesters make their feelings felt. Frustrations have been steadily rising as a series of corruption scandals and other political upsets continue to break public trust in the government. Demonstrators were seen clashing with riot police attempting to disperse the crowds. The rally was sparked by the impending graft charges against Senator Rodante Marcoleta. He's a staunch defender of the recently impeached Vice President Sara Duterte. Protesters have accused authorities of using legal cases to weaken the opposition ahead of her upcoming Senate trial. It all comes amid a broader crackdown on figures linked to former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte. Another lawmaker supporting him is currently in hiding after his arrest warrant was issued by the International Criminal Court. A reminder, that's the same institution which is holding former leader Duterte in custody. Well, we can cross live now to the senator in question, Mr. Rodante Marcoleta. Thank you, sir, for your time today. The government has accused you of accepting what it calls illegal campaign donations. What is your response to that charge?
That's a fabricated charge. That is not true. Because these are campaign donations allowed by our COMELEC or election laws. As a matter of fact, I'm allowed to accept maximum of 5.5 million US dollars.
Why do you think this case has targeted you in particular?
Because I am serious in being able to unearth the biggest corruption scandal in this country associated with our flood control projects. I used to hold the chairmanship of a Blue Room committee in the Senate, and I was tasked to do just that. And because there are so many culprits behind this scandal, they will do everything possible to stop me from succeeding in investigating this massive looting of our national treasury.
And it appears even people who aren't necessarily supporters of yours are pointing out that they're saying, why is an official who is trying to discover corruption and graft in the country, why is he himself suddenly being targeted?
Precisely. That is the point that we are trying to address. As I have told you, this is a fabricated charge. It is not even within the meaning and parameters of our plunder law. Our plunder law is about amassing ill-gotten wealth. It's a serious crime. It is not about, getting election financial supports from friends. This is not contemplated in our plunder law. That is why I am quite sure that this particular charge, if they will pursue it, will be junked by the court in due time.
Can I ask you, do you feel as if in any way you could have been clearer with those donations, that maybe that would have cleared up the dispute before it happened?
I did not get the question right.
In terms of the donations that you said you received before being in the position in question, do you feel you could have been clearer making that public what you received?
Yes, that is being transparent because under the law, I received those amounts before the campaign and election period. That is why I treated them as donations. And my donors even paid the donor's tax. And these are all legal. And these were all reported.
The impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte is set to begin in less than a week's time. Do you feel that these charges, the timing is related to that?
It is. Because by being able to arrest me, the ombudsman made a promise about 2 weeks ago that he is going to file a case with the court. And because plunder is non-bailable, it will be surely served within this week, and I will be arrested, and therefore will be unable to participate in the impeachment trial, which will start on July 6th.
And her father is currently sitting in The Hague. You have been a vocal supporter of his. Will this situation, the charges against you, will it make you quiet down in any way in terms of your support for Rodrigo Duterte?
It's really related to that because I have always supported the former president because I always believed that his extraordinary rendition was illegal, considering that our country is no longer a member of the ICC, which means that we have withdrawn from the Rome Statute. And therefore, I have always believed that his abduction was illegal. And this concerned the powers that be in this country.
We spoke before, perhaps around a month or two ago, sir, and you were quite confident, if I could suggest, that The Hague would eventually have to overturn the charges against Rodrigo Duterte. Do you still feel that way?
I still feel that way because if the ICC tribunal will consider that our national domestic judicial system is operating, Rodrigo Duterte was deprived of the protection of our domestic laws, and it even violated a particular provision of the Rome Statute, where our domestic law should first apply before ICC could, in pursuant to the principle of complementarity.
The scenes we're seeing right now in Manila with roads blocked and people coming out in a strong show of support for you and the charges against you in opposition to that. Do you feel that could gather speed? Is that going to get bigger if this continues?
I believe so, because the people also know that these charges are fabricated and they are harassment suits within the meaning of our domestic laws. And they also cannot see how these charges can be pursued, notwithstanding the several documents already unearthed during our earlier investigation that several of our public officials are complicit and they are behind this massive looting of our national treasury.
Are you personally nervous, sir, about this case against you and what it could mean if a court finds you guilty?
I am very sure that the court will not find me guilty because, as I said, these are all fabricated cases and they are not within the meaning, within the contemplation, and within the parameters of our plunder law. They are private funds and they have nothing to do with ill-gotten wealth. They have nothing to do with public funds, with public project or public contracts to which I am not responsible.
Why is the ICC still trying, therefore, to extend its jurisdiction to the Philippines after Manila withdrew from the court last decade?
Good question. I don't know why they're insisting on that. They know the Rome Statute. They know the principle of complementarity. They know that our domestic legal system is functioning. Even our prosecutorial service is functioning. They should have first ascertain that these services are not functioning before they can meddle into the domestic affairs of the Philippines.
And just to finish, sir, can I ask you for your overall thoughts on the political climate right now in Manila? It seems particularly divisive. Is that how you would characterize it?
Yes, because the people would like to know the real culprits. They want to make these people accountable in this largest scandal that has transpired in our country, and it seems that the powers that be are not serious in looking into this problem. That is why the people are anxious, the people are angry, and the people are quite expecting too much from this government. But it seems that governance is not really operating in this country.
Well, there certainly does appear to be a very strong show of support for you and that case. Thank you so much for coming on the program and sharing your view with us, Mr. Rodante Marcoleta, Philippine Senator.
Thank you, Yunan. Thank you very much. Second time. Thank you.
Okay, that is...
So yun po, kabibig, ang naging interview ni Senator Marcoleta. Basahin natin ang mga komento ng ating mga netizen. Hanapin ulit natin yun ang kabibig, ha. But before that, let's watch this video yung kay Senator Amy Marcos. Yung sumampa kasi si Senator Amy Marcos sa INC kahapong rally. So grabe, ang gobyerno ay bangag na. O ito kabibig, ha, manood tayo kay Senator Amy Marcos.
Kasuklam-suklam ang gobyernong manhid at walang pakialam sa hirap ng ating mga magsasaka at mangingisda, mga sektor na nagpapakain sa atin na halos walang makain.
Tama.
Gutom ang mga pamilya. Wala silang pakialam. Gobyernong tulog, lasing sa kapangyarihan. Sadyang pipiliin pa bumiyahe, makihalubilo sa Canada, sa mga dayuhan sa Amerika, habang ang Pilipino ay nagdurusa sa gasolinang hindi abot kaya, pagkaing ginintuan at napakahirap na buhay. Wala silang pakialam. Pagkat itong gobyerno ay bangag! Walang malay!
Tama.
Nagkukunwaring hindi nakikita ang 10 ton na ebidensya, ang 12 testigo, ang 18 higit pang mga Marines. Itong baha at flood control na lulunod sa atin lahat. Wala silang pakialam.
Walang pakialam talaga.
Kaya marami po sa inyo naging kasama ko nung ating kabataan. At ang suot natin ay itong t-shirt. Ang sigaw natin noon pa, makialam! Makialam na po tayo. Makialam para sa kabataan. Makialam para sa kinabukasan. Makialam para maibalik ang katotohanan sa ating lipi. Panahon na maibalik ang katarungan, ang hustisya na hindi buktot at binabaluktot ang batas at saligang batas. Katarungan na pantay-pantay sa mahirap at mayaman. Katarungan na walang sino-sino, na walang pinipili na kaalyado o kalaban daw. Katarungan na naiiba ngayon para sa senador at sa mga pinsang buo. Katarungan
Correct.
para sa lahat ng Pilipino. We are one! We are one! We are one! We are one! Mabuhay ang ating mga kapatid! Mabuhay ang Pilipino! Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Kaso,
So, yun po, kabibig. Basahin natin ang komento ng ating mga netizen, ha? Kung ano ang kailang reaksyon sa pagsampa at pagsalita ni Senator Amy Marcos kahapon. Tama naman lahat sinabi ni Amy. Dumali naman ang enggeterang mangga, sabi ni Herman Galos. Ito ang komento. Totoo ang sinabi ni Senator Amy. Tama po, kapo Senadora. Tama po, Senadora. Ma'am Amy, go lang. God bless you. We salute you, Ma'am Senator Amy. Salamat po sa malasakit at pagmamahal sa ating bansa at ang taong bayan. Laban lang po para sa katotohanan. Sa pamilya talaga may isang isinilang na gagawin ang lahat para maituwid ang pagkakamaling nagawa ng kapatid alang-alang sa iniingatang pangalan. Very true naman ang sinasabi ni Senator Amy Marcos. Ito. Yes, tama naman lahat sinabi ni Senator Amy Marcos. O, yun kabibig ko, yun ang mga komento. And also, don't forget to follow my Facebook fan page. O, yan pala ang aking Facebook fan page, kabibig. Ito pala yung Facebook fan page ko na sinasabi ko sa inyo na i-follow.
ang gobyerno
Ito yung Facebook fan page ko na merong 1.1 na followers. So, i-follow nyo ako dyan. You can also message me, pero wag kang mag-bash. Ayaw ka lang mag-bashers. So, yun lang po, kabibig ang ating Lebak-Lebak for today. Grabe, no? Na-interview na si Senator Marcoleta sa Russian media. And I think, yung pag-interview ni Marcoleta, trending yan. Pinag-uusapan na yan sa buong mundo, mga kabibig. At ang nangyaring peace rally ng INC ay talagang pinag-uusapan yan, pero si BBM ayaw makipag-negotiate, ayaw makipag-usap sa ICC kasi alam naman niya ang hihilingin ng ICC ay hindi makasuhan si Marcoleta. Gusto pala niyang makasuhan si Senator Marcoleta. Yun lang, kabibig. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video para sa mga latest trending news na ating pag-usap-usapan. Bye everyone! See you next time!